That's exciting. I just gotta finish this mix, man. This mix has been bugging me.
Should we play it?
No, absolutely not, bro. Literally, I was up so late well, not even so late, like
11.
I can't lie, I felt bad because I just had really slept. Like, and that's yeah, it's just long. It was been a long couple days, man, but it was like I've just been spending hours and hours on this mix, and it's kind of like I feel like I'm not really making that much progress. You know what I mean?
It always feels like
I
that,
feel
though.
you, man. It's fucking dreadful.
Huh?
It gets dreadful after.
What is it? Is there anything like in particular, like, specifically?
My vocals, because I was that.
Is it not like that?
My throat was all fucked up when I was doing it.
Is it still fucked?
It's fine now. I'll try and do something today. I think the ones I've done today.
Yeah, I
stay
mean,
in.
if that's the main thing, then it's fine.
Everything else sounds like that to me, to be honest. Like, we're definitely done tracking. Like,
For me, it's just like tiny bits, but you already know that. It's just like when like the feedback's on during the sweet bits, and then like cut that out. Or
exciting. Nah, I'll fuck with it. I'll do some more shit. But so yeah, I mean that mix is looking a bit long, and then we gotta record the follow up for that straight after as well, because we're like actually kind of behind.
loops or dum-ba-da-bum or synth.
No, bro, the other one.
You see, like if we're putting a show like outside of London, like where would you want to go?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you see, like if we're putting shows like every month, and like eventually like
Yeah.
we go outside of London, like where would you want to go?
Money.
Yeah. Because I was just thinking, like I don't really know like where else pops.
But I'll
up,
go fucking anywhere, honestly, man. If anyone wants to put us on, just holler me in it. Because I'm prepared to go anywhere for the right money. Like as long as we ain't losing money, that's basically I don't care about us making bears, but it has to basically be enough to cover our travel and make sure I'm not losing money here as well.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
the key, bro. So
Manchester would be sick.
yeah, I played money before, like with my old shit, and it was fun. And like Liverpool's good. But I'll just go anywhere. I'll say I'm just naming places, but literally anywhere. Like for me, obviously, I'd love to like play Wales in it.
Yeah, I was just
like,
thinking.
it's like, but I say that, but like honestly, my family's not there no more, so like it's just not really.
Still though.
Obviously, I still do it, but like it's not like
We should come back to Somerset and just fucking.
What's what I'm saying, Bristol, but like
Yeah,
You very much love that.
Bristol would be sick.
bro, Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I do want to do Bristol. In fact, I'm low key like working on us doing Bristol. I ain't really spoken to you man about that, but I'm trying to make that happen. And then to be honest, shows wise, it's like wherever the fuck, like, you know what I mean. That's basically it. Like I'm not really like. There's nowhere I straight wouldn't do. Obviously, like Israel, China, North Korea, I ain't fucking doing, but like
No, of course.
outside of that, like. What about you guys? There's no way that you like.
South America, bro.
No, but that you like is it actually like bucket list like?
Yeah, definitely, man. I
eventually.
fucking love to do.
I mean,
that.
that's what I was
I would love to do
thinking.
like everyone does. I would obviously States, but then like Europe, just like like the usual.
No, but like do you like? Cause bro, we can try and make it happen. If you wanna play Ecuador, if you wanna play Colombia, we can try and make it
That'd be
happen.
sick.
It will be the fucking gnarliest like trip ever.
Yeah,
It'd
bro,
be
we're
so
gonna be on like
fucked.
those like minivans going on the cliffs and shit.
Literally, fam.
like rocks, like fucking dropping from like the mountain.
Can I just get a feeling?
What?
You just get like.
Can I just get a feeling? Can I just get like? You can feel it. Michael could just do my
Cool like Dean.
Yeah, I don't know, man. No, I'm about it, obviously.
No, that'd be bad. But like before that, that's like bucket list. But like before that, realistically, like that we can do like first.
No, but like,
definitely like a Euro tour.
Spain.
I don't even think about
Yeah,
it.
like a Euro tour.
I just like Spain for everything. Spain's sick.
Why?
Could you go?
Barcelona, it's just sick. Like, well, I like it mostly for the weather and the skating and like the.
I swear to God,
Shit.
yeah, dude, like, I'm not even trying to be a fucking cunt, yeah, but you're honestly the first person I ever heard say that.
What?
That you like
I
Spain.
quite like Spain though. As
Bare
well.
people like Spain.
I like Spain. You don't like? Oh, you got robbed there though, and that's why.
No, I don't. Bro, let's clarify, yeah. My bag got robbed out of a boot. I didn't get robbed, like, they didn't finesse Ben Spence, what they did. But not personally, like, not on that person.
I was just like, well, you got robbed. He's baiting you out, like.
Pussy off, man.
No, was it Spain though?
Spain just.
Who's a Spanish island? No, but because everyone says it's bare racist, bruv. Is it everything I hear?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Like,
true.
then you said that better as
That's
well.
true.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, bro, I'm not even joking. Everyone I know who's been in Spain, yeah, including myself, yeah, it's just like, yo, this is bare racist.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, allow it. But like,
In some areas it's like less,
So
other areas
mad,
it's way more big. It's
and
like,
all you get robbed.
Yeah.
Barcelona, everyone I know gets paid, bro.
I think it's
went
just
to
because
Germany
like
again, to be fair.
I used to just go like every year when I was a kid, so it should be like
Yeah.
nostalgic. Be, like,
Whereabouts though?
just Barcelona, but like
Fuck it, let's do
it'd be
it.
like Latino areas, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I came back way later, I was like, wait a minute, like everyone looks different here.
Yeah, I'm about it though, honestly, fam. Like, if there's bucket list shit, like this is my thing. Like, this is gonna sound like a fucking ridiculously arrogant thing to say. Yeah, I'm gonna find something anyway. I honestly think like we can just take off our bucket list. Hoodstock was a big one for me. It's done. Do you know what I mean? It's like what's actually deep here now. Like,
What's next?
Yeah.
I can't even say what's next because
After the podcast.
we know what's like coming next, and it's like it is a bucket list one for me like, as well. Like, so it's actually a bit mad.
Yeah.
So then it's like what's actually stopping us from doing like, you know what I mean? It's like what I'm trying to say is that like you have to express this shit now before stuff starts like moving mad, and you can say, oh, can we factor this in at some point? Because if you don't, then it's like that's just how you miss the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what I'm not doing? I'm not playing just any show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. Like, because I'm trying to like. People gotta understand that for micromoon to play a show, yeah, it's that like it's not just like any hardcore band. Like we put in a lot of hours to rehearse. The set that we currently play has been refined so much.
Yeah.
We have
So
a lot of
much work
equipment.
and,
Exactly, and it's constant work as well.
And like bringing that shit, lugging that shit around.
That's what I'm saying. We carry a lot of equipment. It's like
I don't want to drink them.
I'm not just doing it. Oh yes, please. It's like I'm not doing it for a financial loss, yeah, or like for like something that's like I don't know, man. It just has to really feel right. Like that was the shittest joke I've ever fucking.
I get what you mean though.
If you laugh, comment.
It feels like like not disrespectful, but like
There we go.
it's long. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm done
Like,
playing
come
this
on,
type of
man.
shows. I'm not gonna lie. With my
Bro, like why?
We've been past that shit.
What's disrespectful about it? We done it. You're acting
we
like
already done it.
we done it. It's not like I don't look down on people that do it. I don't look down on people that
Just
put
went
it on.
over it like that.
It's just like I feel like we've laid the foundations. We've also here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Here, this is the maddest thing. Like I said this to Days yesterday. Yeah, I was at because he's talking about absence. I was like, why are you doing that? Like if you don't want to do it, yeah. I was like, he's like, oh, I don't know. Like I need to get my P's up to put on shows. I was like, why though? He's like, because I got to pay the venue. I was like, not now, not now. For the first time ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just panic.
A phone call. With
Fully, multiple as well. Especially after last weekend as well.
How long do you want to keep a gap of it till like since like Hoodstock? I mean, do you want to do it as soon as or do you want
No. So
I feel like
Hoodstock,
we should use it
something
as
of
like a
that,
headline.
something of that
Like,
stage, yeah, of that stage of that size can only be done like once a year, I think.
Really?
Otherwise, it's shit, man.
We should make
What's
a
the
special,
point?
like,
Yeah, exactly.
a
What's the
micro-release
point?
show or something.
Micromoon release show, yeah.
That would be
we
sick.
got a
Merch
couple
shit,
options.
like-
We got a couple options. We one I want to do here, bro.
Yeah.
Cause downstairs, yeah. Cause I was talking to the one of the guys here. Bro, what they do is you play in the one that's directly underneath here, and you see the one opposite. They put a bar in there.
Oh, what? That's
Yeah,
sick.
and they shot the beers in it.
That's sick.
But I've also got the plug for like free drinks in it, cause
Signature.
see what I'm saying.
That's it.
So that's what my. But then so that's one option. That's right there.
You got two options though.
And I got the other option because them man,
yeah.
and I'll tell you what they said to me as well, which makes it like, do you know what I mean? So I got that, and then there's a third option as well, a south option, through Alex Money, through Concrete Culture stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. So it's like for the first, bro.
You'll have to talk about that after the podcast.
Yeah. But because honestly, I've never had that. It's like me and Dej never had that. It's always like, what venue can we basically bullshit that will let us be there?
Yeah.
And then hopefully they won't be too mad when something goes wrong or whatever, and we're just blagging it. And like, how long can we finesse this for? Whereas now it's like, oh shit, motherfuckers actually wanna work with us. So it's like, I'm not
They can see
fucking
what you're
going
doing.
back.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
going
no,
back.
no.
Like, do you know what I
You
mean?
don't wanna take, that's like taking steps back. Like,
Exactly, and it's like it's not even disrespectful to anyone that
No,
does
it's
it.
not.
You have to
It's
cut
not.
your teeth doing that. You have to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's part of understanding.
That's how you grow as well
If
as
you-
like a band.
if you-
like a
if you never
collective,
play
whatever, like, label.
the fucking the Islington or not even the I've never actually played Islington or Dublin Castle or some shit where it's like they're trying to get you to pay to play. They're trying to get you to do some fuck shit. You actually don't understand how music works in the city.
Yeah.
It's important that you do that stuff to understand how fucked over everyone gets and where you fit into that and how you can basically work around that. 'Cause otherwise you're just like not really gonna get it.
That's very true. I mean, that's the only way you learn like what
Yeah.
to do and like, how to progress.
Exactly, and like now it's like, you know, we're like very blessed to have like our own kind of independent, well, it's not kind of independent, it's independent world outside of all that shit where we can really like, we basically, all the obstacles that once existed are no longer there. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm getting so fucking arrogant about everything, because it's like I really planned this shit out for years.
Yeah,
like, and I really recognize that, like, I recognize what all the problems were. Started burning down. Oh no, it's calm. So the scrap alarm in it, I don't know. But yeah, cause it's like I recognize what the obstacles were, yeah, and it's like I fucking spent so long, yeah, trying to work to get them removed. So now they are removed. It's kind of like I just, yeah. It's but the thing is, it's one of the ones like that. I did have like kind of like a not a weird conversation with Dave, but like it was kind of like because of how long like both of us have been like working at stuff and like planning stuff. It's like it's kind of like a weird psychological thing where if something goes wrong, you're so fucking annoyed that it's gone wrong because you spent so long like planning it and making sure that it doesn't go wrong. And when it goes wrong, you're like, fuck's sake, yeah, like, it's fucking bullshit. Like you're so pissed off with yourself or like whoever fucked it up. And then when it goes right, you're just like, well, of course it went right, because it's like I spent so long planning it. So you don't get that same like elation. You're like, yo, because it doesn't catch you by surprise. It's like if we play a set that's tight as fuck, none of our equipment breaks, it's perfectly on time, and everyone goes off like we did at Hoodstock, yeah, I'm like, as in like, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy and I'm proud of that, but I'm also there like, well, yeah, that's what it's designed to do. It's like I'm proud of the fact that I created something that has performed the function it's meant to perform.
Yeah,
but it's not surprising. It's not surprising.
It still hits me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's something you
It still
can't
hits
have
me
to
like all
like
the
Get
time.
through.
not get to like work around, because sometimes like you're realizing what it does to you, and it's like, you know what, I need to like humble myself a little bit and be like grateful or something.
I know, it still always hits me like it's our first time playing. Like, well, with micromoon anyway. It's just like, I don't know, I always feel whenever I see people moshing, like actually like dancing, like when I see people dance, I'm like, wow.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Wow,
It's true.
like,
It's true. It's true. It's true. It just
always hits me.
Not like I feel it, but it fades so quick. Like, it just fades quick, and I'm like, alright,
you're
what's
just
next?
like, oh, this is what I'm meant to be doing anyway.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what's next? It's like that feeling hits, then I'm like, well, yeah, of course
That's
it's
good
like
though.
that.
You want
And
to
it's
keep
like,
like, you want
what's
to keep
next?
like, just like, oh, I want to do something better now. It's better.
Yeah.
Better. That's what I mean. It looks like we.
I can't lie though. I agree with you though. Like more so with micromoon than any like other music I played, because it's like it's kind of hard to like, I don't know where we fit in like the kind of spectrum of like different audiences and shit.
Yeah.
So when I see
That was a
an
good
audience,
mixture of different people.
yeah, and when I see it connecting, I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, I am very proud of that. But it's just I wish that feeling could kind of stay around a little longer than it does. Do you know what I mean? I'm just there like,
You just play more and do bigger shit.
but I wouldn't know
but we should be
I'm gonna take it outside London though. That's the thing. That's the key for me, because it's like now I'm like, whoa, it's like I know. Do you know what I mean? It's like I know, obviously, you know, in our own natural habitat it will do well, but
It's gonna become international.
yeah, but I want to see if motherfuckers like what motherfuckers like take away from it. I think we would body New York though.
New York.
I think we would body it, bruv. I think it would like, yeah. Cause even when I was there, yeah, like, I was like just talking to motherfuckers and stuff, and they like, yeah, man. I just got a good feeling that we were just, but yeah, man. It's just about getting there, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
But it's looking like it's gonna happen at some point. Like, I ain't got nothing in the books for that,
comes.
but. It's like it's coming, bro. You unplugged your mic.
Oh, is it? when that happens.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. I just think this is the thing, and this is what I mean. Like I see the obstacle there before. Like when I was younger, I didn't know. It's like you're like, okay, you know, I like music. I play drums. How do I go from that to like releasing records and touring, innit? And it's like you don't understand that like, especially when you're like 15, 16 or whatever, you don't know the amount of obstacles in a way to do that. You just think we just get good, then we get shows, and then we get on a tour, then we get on the festivals, and then like a record label, like whatever, like, you know what I mean? It's not really like that. It's like it kind of is, but like there's so many other little things that you kind of have to finesse.
Yeah.
And like I was really thinking about it earlier, and I think the key is like, for years nothing really happened for me, was like largely because I wasn't really around anyone the same age as me.
Oh, right.
So I was like, I would play shows with like older bands, but there was no young people like at the shows. It would just be like, we just were kind of existing. Right. We were just flowing through existing. Yeah. We weren't, because I wasn't like attached to the hardcore scene or anything like that. Where it's loads of people.
Scene anyway. It's just
and that's like, I don't really like scenes anyway, so I'm pretty comfortable.
At the same time, like, I don't
however though, what a scene allows you to do is have that fucking phone book of like, this venue, that venue, this person, that person, like, and I am always gonna be appreciative of like hardcore for that.
It's definitely like, yeah, like the shows you play, but it's also like the like fucking like, obviously not the names, but like the people that run the bands with us. It's just a bit like, you can see clearly when someone's holding you back. You know,
oh yeah, no, I know, but like
not letting you like achieve like.
No, 100%. But like, I just mean, like, but I just mean like in like a for like a individual Ben Spence perspective, like what's like, obviously fundamentally like the music's way better, like the songwriting's way better, and like the personnel is way better, yeah. But like, at just the big breaks, like what's been the difference? What's been a moment where I'm like, why was this so difficult in the past, and why is it no longer so difficult? That's what I mean. Because there's like bare shit that was like impossible before. Like it's stuff like what people asking, like, why do you have so many amps? To fucking stop working there, I still can run a session right now. Do you know what I mean? I can still record in here if I want to. It's like when I was younger, if one amp breaks, you're done. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know where to get it fixed. I don't know shit. Do you see what I'm saying? You're just stranded, and that could go on for an indefinite amount of time until you fucking figure it out. Once that's figured out, you know what I mean, it's sorted. And it's like figuring out all that stuff takes time and like years and shit. But to be honest, it doesn't need to, because now I have figured it out. So it's like, that man could just chat to me, and it's like solves itself. But it's just mad. It's like, yeah, it's just crazy. That that's the one thing I am like most excited about and like appreciative of, is like the amount of options and like the possibilities, because I know I've like, you know, me personally, but also like so many other people around me have just been fucking starved of opportunities for so long, that I know if you give us any little opportunity, we'll capitalize on it. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not necessarily grateful of the fact that we were starved of opportunities. Of course I'm not. However, like, what it does mean, when one comes along, you fucking make sure that like you're prepared, innit? And like, you know, as long as you have the resilience to get through them times when there aren't too many about, it doesn't necessarily leave you worse off. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I
guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're a youth listening and you're like, how do I get from A to B? Holla Ben Spence, I'll make it happen. No, do you know what I mean though? Like, you just fucking like, you just figure it out as time goes on.
Like,
it's been like fucking 10 years, and like, you know,
I think it sounds kind of like really simple and like obvious, but like a lot of people like, they want to do something, but they struggle just like actually doing it, like actually like starting, like having the
100% right.
Just the fact of just acting on like, cool, what I need to do now.
And this is, and you know what it is, yeah, because me and they just talking about that again yesterday. I was like, because I was doing like a social media sweep from way back just to make sure there's nothing too mad on there. There isn't now, in there. Let's just wait that way. But yeah, like, it's one of them ones that I was like, I just remember being like, raw, we did like so much shit, like so much cringy shit, yeah, but we did so much. And it's like, especially like in the ends, it's like you're like, you don't want anyone to see you take an L, And that's one of the most poisonous parts of our culture. Like by far, it's like acting like you're like, because let's just be honest, most people's lives are fucking mess. Showing any of that weakness and like getting caught with your pants down, yeah, is like the worst thing that can happen. But the reality is, yeah, that pushes you to a place where you don't put any effort into anything, and you're basically just like not progressing. It's like like tie-dye shirts, yeah. I learned to do that when I was 16 because I was selling them on the street with dates, you know. Like that was like my first business essentially. Well, actually it wasn't. It was one of my first fucking like things where it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like we didn't make that much money doing that. We made like £80 one time, and I was able to buy an amp. It was sick. Not the amp, but the fact that I could buy the amp, and like that, just doing that process now, even though I wasn't good at dyeing them then, now means I can dye shirts and just fucking make more money like by doing that. It gives us a different angle. It's just because I did that then, and it's kind of like, oh, I remember we were like basically fucking bitch boys for a fucking streetwear company, like running like websites, having like a stupid blog, like writing about music and like really moist shit. But it's like you learn how to write, you learn how to do WordPress, and it's like I have no interest in doing any of that stuff. But when it comes to like updating my own website, it's like I know how to do it. I don't do it that often because I do a shit job with it, but like, you know what I mean? It's like all these things of like just doing stuff open weird doors. And like we put on a show once when we were like 16, and it was shit, bruv. It was an absolute fucking shit show. But like, you know how to do it then. Do you see what I'm saying? Or you know how not to do it. And it's like just doing stuff, even if it's cringy, even if it's not great, you'll get through it, or you'll find out that I really have no interest in ever doing this again. And like that's also kind of valid. It's just mad, like it's like something I'm like kind of proud of is that like we did so much, because now I feel like it allows us to do so much, you know what I mean? I'm just glad like I just didn't sit around like just playing video games or whatever, you know.
Same,
what I
dude.
mean?
Like when I discovered like skating and music, that's when I dropped it, because I realized how much I'm just like wasting like precious time and stuff I could like progress on.
Yeah, like I don't like, bro, do your thing if you're into video games, innit? But I just know for me, yeah, with my fucking issues around fucking, you know what I mean?
Just get addicted.
Yeah, like I just fucking, I'll be fucked. Like, and like, yeah, I don't know. It's one of the ones. It's crazy though. It does make you think, because I remember, like we'd always be like, yo, like, can we get into the show? And the shows would always be 18 plus, or not advertised as 14 plus. And when Scott goes to me the other day, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a 14 plus show, I was like sick, because I remember like 15-year-old me, 16-year-old me, like seeing that a show was 14 plus. In the hybrid, I would 100% be at that show.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's like if I like, and that's kind of crazy. That's the first time that's happened to me. Well, obviously Hoodstock as well, but like when it's like raw, like yeah, like I reckon like this is for my younger self. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's kind of like surreal, because like you must have had it as well. Like you just like I like music, but I'm too young. Like I'm too broke. Like I can't fucking afford like £25 tickets to shit. Like what the fuck? Like, and that's the other side of it. When I say I want to do monthly shows, I want to do free shows, monthly free shows for the next kind of 4, 5, 6.
That'd be sick.
Because I don't see why. Because we can make a return on drinks and other ways.
Yeah, definitely.
And merch
as well.
Like, and I just think that's the move. I'm not saying we do that forever, but like I think for this next phase, so we essentially we continue the run of 21 right through to the end of the year. Then for the first 3-4 months of the year, it's free shows every month, and then see what materializes alongside whatever other opportunities are there. But for micromoon headline shows, I think it should be free shows.
Yeah.
For a while, because I think we have the means.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I agree. Because
what I think, because it's you feel like raw, like I'm actually like it's almost like less pressure on the way, because you're like, I can put on a free show, right? I can put on whatever the fuck. I mean, I'll do it anyway. If someone's fucking paying, I'll put whatever the fuck I want on the bill. I'll like fuck around with shit. Like I just feel like it gives us more. Do you know what I mean? There's more you can do with a format when it's a free show, and people are just more. I want us to get the reputation as like, raw, you can go to micromoon, you'll have a good time, but you don't really know what to expect. That's the reputation I want. And I don't think you can curate that properly with people paying every month to do it. When people pay, you'll get like sign. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's one thing I really like about like I don't know, whenever it's been like Fuzzbrain or like some like Laces as well, it's always like it always brings like people from like different backgrounds, but like it's never like beef or whatever. It's always like,
because fundamentally, I'll just say on my chest now, is that like music is fucking expensive, and the area and fucking the people I grew up with would not have access to this shit. It's fucking, it's stupid because the reality is, they're all very fucking, so many people we're just missing out on bare talent. It's too fucking expensive, you can't access it, and it's like they will have no desire to access it if they have no entry point, fam. All I'm ever, this whole thing, all I'm ever trying to provide is a fucking entry point, because like once you're in, like you even saw it, man, at Concrete Culture. One of the craziest things at Concrete Culture was seeing those two like really young kids like watching High Vis, and they're just like, what the fuck, and they were like crowd surfing and shit. I remember first time I crowd surfed when I was like fucking 14 or something.
I want to see that.
Bro,
that trim you had, man.
I want to see you go crazy.
I can't remember. I actually can't remember. Days definitely crowd surfed at that bare times. They just fucking, I remember one time when Dave were in London when we were like super young, they played like what is now Hackney Down Studios. It must have been still been out at the time, but they hadn't converted it yet, and they put on like this one day festival. They didn't put it on, but like they were on this one day festival. It was called like Radfest. It was sick, and like Trash Talk played as well, innit?
Oh man, that's sick.
And like I was chilling with Bailey, who's still a good friend of mine to this day. We just chilling outside, and fucking Deja's inside with all them, man, just fucking like doing stupid shit, man, like stupid like stage dives and shit, and just like coming out, you come out and he's like, bruh, like, you know what I mean? And it's shit like that. Doing that at that age, it's just like, oh, like your eyes just fucking open wide. Yeah, and even me just chilling with Bailey at that age, it's like, this Don's like coolest motherfucker ever. Like, do you know what I mean? And you're like, he's cool and he wants to talk to me, raw. Like, do you know what I mean? I still feel that way when I talk to him now. Like, no, but you know what I mean? It's like, that's stuff like that is so important. And having those entry points, like those kids probably just went there to skate. Definitely. Like, I don't know if they went there. I don't know if they're fucking High Vis fans before that. Maybe they were, but like, even if they were, like I don't think they had that interaction with music in that way before. And it's like people don't put enough effort into creating those entry points for people, or if they do, they're curated towards one type of person. Not even a wrong person, but it's just basically a wealthy kid, and it's like I kind of haven't really got that much interest in doing that.
Not even, maybe it's just like I don't know, like the different parts of like where.
But it is towards wealthy kids, because it's because okay, if we get these kids, they'll buy more merch. That's what it is. It's literally music industry marketing. That's like, I mean,
I never really thought of it like that.
No, but it is though. I'm telling you, that's the technique. That's what, and it's like, that's fair enough, innit? Whatever, like, do your thing, if that's how you make your money. But for me, financially as well, I honestly truly believe, even if you wanna approach it from purely like a capitalist, straight up, I'm gonna make money perspective, isn't it better to have someone really involved in your culture and feel respected and nurtured within your culture? Because even if they're not paying you, like say if a kid comes to a free show that we put on it, oh sick, there's a show one, like I would approach it, there's a show one, oh yeah, fuck it, I might go to that. They go, right, they can't afford to buy a t-shirt, they can't afford to buy a poster, they can't afford to buy nothing then, but they feel raw, like these man bought, like I have an into their world and I don't need to pay nothing now. You know for a fucking fact, the first time they get a paycheck, when they're 16, 17, 18, or the first time they get pocket money, or it's their birthday, whatever, then they're gonna fucking buy a t-shirt, a poster, a hat, fucking whatever the fuck, because they're invested then. And it's like, people are lazy, they don't want to nurture that investment and then get the return then. And that's even on a purely, fuck all like the sentimental shit, just on a financial point. I don't see why more people don't do it. It's like, it seems like an obvious thing to do for me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, but like thinking back, like the first money I would spend on was like on bands that actually like really liked, or just like really just like.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess
got connected to them,
like, I just gave money to these people.
Like, exactly, bro. Because you actually feel like you you feel like they give you something, innit? That's why you want to give them money, because they give you something. It's like I remember like, yeah, when Dad were here, they were like, do you want like to take the 7-inch? They were like, oh, here's a 7-inch, have it. And I was like, no, like I need to give you money for this. Like psychologically, I can't just accept this. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it was like so much. Like you're like, whoa, like, you know, I'm such like a fanboy. Like you can't like no. And it's like, to this day, like that's what I mean. And that's why fucking, you know, 10 years later, I still think they are like, do you know what I mean? Like modern classics. I mean, I'm not the only person that feels that way. That's not some fucking cherry thing. Like they are considered like, you know what I mean? It's just and it's one of them ones like I feel like we now for the first time have the means to like create that opportunities, like those ins for ourselves in relation to our world as well, and we've never had that before. And that's why I feel so excited, and that's why I feel so like positive about everything, because it's like up until now it's just been like one day not one day we'll figure it out, but that's always been one big question mark. Like that, because yeah, like even in relation to Dive, I've always had the thing that like, you know, I always talk to Bailey about. It's like, yo, like next time you come London, yeah, secret show, innit? And then in my head, like I always like it's gonna happen, innit? But it's like I'm there, like how the fuck am I gonna make that happen? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like where am I gonna do that? Like oh shit, like. You know what I mean? And of course I would have made it happen, innit? Now it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I know exactly where, like I know exactly how that would look like, and just it would just be You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that. That's sick. Like, do you know what I mean? That's like incredibly like humbling, exciting, like all of them things. And it's also like, you know, it's validating, because let's be honest, yeah. Especially this last year, bro. There's times where we're in Somerset, yeah, just fucking like, and it was cool being there. It was like a great place to be in it if you're gonna be like kind of on the ropes anywhere. So that's in the fucking countryside, like. But like there were times where like we're really working hard, and it's like there's no evidence or way of knowing that this long term is gonna pay off. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like.
Yeah, every time we do a podcast, I'm always like thinking like I want to see like the podcast in like the 100th or whatever. Yeah, I just look back all the way back when we're just like in Somerset. That's
why I speak so openly about it now, because it's like I want motherfuckers to like who are super into it to listen back to this in like how many years time.
Yeah, be inspirational
and be like, yo, like raw, like they were really gassed about playing a 150 cap show at the Grace. This is what I'm saying. This is my whole thing. This is what this is. This whole podcast thing. And to be honest, everything that we do for free, as free access, is all about just providing context. And so motherfuckers really understand. There's no misunderstanding about what we're doing or where we come from. If they're invested, there's like a whole wealth of stuff that they can explore. They can fucking get to know, and they be like, oh right there about that. Like they laugh at that, like they fucking. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think for me, like one of the things that's kind of like not empowering, but like inspiring is like when people see like a podcast like this, or like just get to meet you in person and stuff. They kind of, especially kids, they'll be like, oh, they're just like me, I guess. Like they,
no,
like, I can do whatever.
Relax. No,
like I can do this shit as well.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and that's exactly it. And also, I mean, if you're based in London, yeah, like not only can you do this shit and figure it out, this is the place to come to get it done. Like we have like I'm back. Like you don't need to own a guitar. You don't need to own drums. You don't need to own drumsticks, a bass, a pick, cables. You don't need to own shit, bro. So I'm saying, it's that I've got it here. I'm gonna once I've we're gonna hopefully tidy up tonight. Yeah. Take some pictures, and I will announce that offer when I announce my opening thing, and there will be reduced rate time available for people under 20. And like you'll be able to like pull your money together, do 3 hours for £25. There'll be certain slots, and like you don't need to bring shit. Like you can just show up and you can make music. Like you can fully, in that time, you can use the same equipment that we use to record the shit we record. Like you can get it sounding crazy. You can use the same equipment that fucking is on a fucked up record. Is like that Chubby nigga, and you use all these like established people that will be on a day's record. You can use exactly the same shit, the same tools that we use, and you can refine your craft in the same way. You can do the same process that we do, and you can get your own results. And that's like what I've tried to do is that was such a huge obstacle for me when I was that age and Dej and Dylan, all of us, in anything that we were doing. It was like, I want to, but how much does it cost? I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's kind of like a disconnect, and you're like, I can't really, do you know what I mean? It's kind of a bit of a risk for me to do that when there's a lot of other stuff going on. If you can get, between you and a couple of your friends or whatever, if you can get £25 together, you'll have 3 hours. Even if you don't worry about not being, like, even understanding how to use the shit, like, that's what I'm here for. Whoever's about, like, someone will be able to talk you through this shit. You get to use as much equipment as you want. You get to, like, do you know what I mean? It's all like, that's what it's there for, innit?
Yeah.
It's for them, man, as well as us. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like that's a little bit of a, sometimes there's like a misunderstanding there that, like, you know,
you gotta bring, like,
like, you have to come, like, and that's the other thing that I definitely felt when I was younger. I don't know if you might felt the same, where, like, you kind of you kept a lot of shit kind of closer to your chest because you didn't feel like you knew enough. You didn't feel like you were ready.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't really want to talk about music because I don't know every classic album. Like, I don't really want to, like, show people that I play drums because I'm shit at drums. Like, it's like, that shit's cool as fuck. Like, you have to, like, that part of your life is, like, so cool because like that's where you do, like, the weirdest shit, like, the coolest shit. And it's like, you should never keep that. If anything, you should be really open about that stuff because that's how you find out the coolest shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But even then, I know, definitely. But at the same time, I feel like there's, like, not everybody, but a fair few people that, like, because they keep it to themselves, it just makes them want to get even better.
Yeah, that's cool, but I'm just saying,
don't they get even, like,
that's
like
musicians. Yeah, like, do it, but I'm not saying, oh, you have to, like, release it or anything.
No,
what I'm saying is,
I know
you should never feel like you're not ready to start the process. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was, like, a thing for years for me, like, yo, like, I'm actually,
always know that's just there. Like
I'm not ready to tell motherfuckers that I make music. I'm not ready to, like, play a show because I'm not good enough. I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to do that. It's like, just do it for a bit, and then it's like, you know. And also this especially with this studio, and, like, all things Fuzzbrain related, they're just bare opportunities for them. So if you're looking for opportunities in underground music, there's nowhere there to be. Like, Pyro ain't gonna fucking, you ain't getting no shows through playing, like, just rehearsing at Pyro. The reality is, you come here when we put on a show and we need to figure out a bill. Like, these Dons Next Door, we know what they sound like. We know they're a good band, right? When we like fucking put on a show and we're like, okay, we've already played with, like, these people a bunch of times. Should we try someone else, like, on the? Do you know what I mean? They're like a shoe-in now.
Yeah.
That's how that happens. And it's as informal as that. Like, that's how you get shows, man. That's how we've basically got all of our shows, isn't it?
Pretty much.
And then now it's like got to a point where we can start, like, potentially saying no to stuff that we don't want to do, which is, like, something I've never had before. Do you know what I mean?
It's weird to feel, isn't it?
Powerful.
No.
No.
Oh, so good.
I'm just gonna reply to motherfuckers' emails. No.